Good evening, or good Sunday evening to everybody here. How are we all doing? Hopefully the bit rate's good now, because had a little blip there for a couple of minutes. Yeah, got to fix OneDrive completely. We thought we fixed it before, but yeah, not quite. So how are we all doing this Sunday evening? Yes, so it's been a rather warm day. I've still got the tower fan right next to me. Actually, I might angle it just slightly. Yeah. Oh, yeah, our houses are not built for hot weather, so they're built for winter, which means they insulate. So it may be like 24 degrees out there, but in here it's over 30, or at least that's how it feels. But yes, let's carry on with Shadow of Destiny. Pause it. So last time we just got ending B, I think it was. So what we want to do is go back to chapter 8 again. Now this is one I sped through quite quickly to get through. I didn't expect to actually get one of the endings. I thought I'd get to the point where we're at the beginning of chapter 8 and then do all the endings, or the remaining endings, this evening. But no, we've got two main endings to do. And yeah, I've just reminded myself. I was thinking, do I need to check up what I need to do to get those other two endings? And no, I don't need to. I do remember. So, what we've seen so far with all the different endings is if Dana comes back to the future with us, that gives us ending E, where Dr. Wagner is kind of erased from, well, not so much from history, but erased from continuing to exist. And that was kind of a bummer ending. Ending D was far more interesting because that created the difference where Ike recommended to Dr. Wagner to protect himself with a pentagram on the ground, which he did, that allowed him to basically trap Homunculus a second time. Basically, he broke Homunculus out of its old crystal prison and then locked it back in there. However, Wagner got his wish to basically make him forever young, and Homunculus didn't like being trapped and so erased Dr. Wagner's memories, at which point we found out that Dr. Wagner is actually Ike. Ike's been around for like 400+ years. How he doesn't remember all of that? The only explanation I can think of is there are future versions of Homunculus that have come back and erased his memory multiple times, but then that would kind of fly in the face of the idea of continuity, because if there were future versions of Homunculus, it would come back to try and free itself. So there's a mess there. The other ending that we saw was ending B, and that ending, we discovered that the babies were switched. So Dr. Eckhart's daughter, who was named Dana, got kidnapped, his wife being killed in the process. And that baby was taken back in time and switched with Dr. Wagner's old baby named Margaret. And then the Margaret baby was brought back to the future. Unfortunately, Homunculus wasn't able to switch them perfectly. So while Dr. Wagner and his family didn't know that the baby had been switched, everybody else in the modern time, what's the way to put it? They had to be separate. So although the girl was named Dana, she was a completely separate character, completely different individual with a totally different life. Which kind of meant that the continuity of stuff, like with Margaret being Ike's ancestor, kind of gets thrown out the window, especially when you consider that Dr. Wagner is Ike. Yeah, so things are getting complicated. Now, what we need to do now is get the other two main endings. I've got a feeling I know what one C is, exactly what happens with C. I'm not... there's one particular thing I'm remembering for it. I actually thought that was ending D, though, and you'll understand why when we see it. And to do that, when we end up in the... hello... When we end up in the confrontation with Hugo, we need to go back to this time and to the laboratory, because apparently that does something, and that will give us ending C. And then ending A is the one where we do a whole bunch of things. So I'm going to go for ending C now. So we're going to head off to where we meet Dana coming out of the Atelier, because she's making the plans and everything for the painting that we've just seen her in. Although we're ruining that given the fact that Ike's asking for the stone, or the Philosopher's Stone, to be handed over. So I think that probably means that the painting would be very different. I don't think we get an opportunity to see an altered version. So I just wanted to stock up on those. So we approach this door and we get this cutscene where we see Dana, and we've seen this one already. And that's where she basically decides that she is going to stay in this time. We only get the opportunity to ask her to come back with us if we didn't say to Margaret in an earlier chapter that we think she is our ancestor. So with this version we did say that she's our ancestor, and that's opened up the other 3 endings. Right, so we've seen this one before. The family's having a bit of an argument. So this version, we've handed over the Philosopher's Stone to Dr. Wagner. And I don't think Ike told him about doing the pentagram in this version, so I don't know how that's going to alter things. So we need to go to 10 days from the experiment. And this is where we'll see the house blown up. And Homunculus has been created. And if I remember correctly, it's over this way. When we get down to the basement, we'll see Hugo's time machine and no one else there. There we go. Take the energy unit. Not going to need it likely. So head back to modern time, and this is where we have a confrontation with Hugo. Because he's an annoying little shit. No, I think Joffrey in Game of Thrones is probably the worst.
Long time no see. Actually,
Okay, so yeah, he tells us that he's quite literally holding his sister hostage. If I go, if I go this way, I get another energy unit. So literally, the next cutscene is going to be the last one I'll skip, because I don't think I'll even be able to skip any more after this, because I'm going to be going in a different direction. As we've already seen this cutscene before.
Hugo!
Yeah, so this is where he's holding his sister hostage. Or who he thinks is his sister. Right. So I can't remember exactly what I've got to do, but apparently coming back to the lab in this time gets us ending C. As I say, I won't be skipping anything. Well, I won't be able to. Said that already. Yeah, bitrate seems fine now. Right. Okay. So, yep, the house has been blown up. Okay.
I don't see that time machine, but it should get here sometime soon. And there's only one person who can bring it over. Hugo. There's no other way.
That's it, hide in the rubble.
He's not here either. Where can Father be?
He's abandoned us. Father walked out on us.
Hugo, how can you say such a thing?
And how could you think that,
Tell me you
seeing
know
his
for
lab
sure that
blown
he
up?
didn't, sis. You can't. He's nowhere to be found. Experiment. Yeah, right.
I'll take another look outside.
Father, you don't care about us. All he thinks about is his stupid research. He lied to us. Oh, damn it.
Ooh. That's not what I was expecting. It's quite the design on that thing.
Hugo, dry your tears.
Who are you?
Never mind that. I am giving you this machine.
What is...
The same as the one in the possession of the man you know, a time-traveling mechanism. However, this one is only capable of following his trail. Be aware of that.
You're giving this to me?
Use it. Use it to stop that man, that Ike.
Why?
The truth dawned on me one day that the key to Dr. Wagner's disappearance lay with that stranger. It was he who deceived Wagner and spirited him away with the promise of a great experiment. It must be so.
Is that what happened?
Lying to himself.
That must be what happened.
Not only that, but long ago, the stranger possessed the Philosopher's Stone. With the stone combined with the power of science, creation of human life is finally possible. Or of one particular life. One that you attempted to bring back and failed. That of Elena, your mother.
How? How did you know that?
Because I am you.
Listen, there's more to the story.
Have you been here all this time? Hugo, you must get away.
Huh?
Wait, hey!
Wait!
What on?
Get out of my way.
Huh? What?
Damn you! Get out of my way.
Don't!
Hey, no!
Uh-oh.
Oh my.
Hugo's gone. Margaret,
And there's a time machine just sat there.
wake up!
So I can't remember if the game explains that detail. Can't interact with the time machine. And she's just going to stay passed out. Right, so I can't leave the room at this point, aside from going through time. Right, if they don't explain what happened, I will. I think the game does explain what happened. I'll leave it for the cutscene. Right, so we're appearing in the square. Do we go straight to... Yes, we do.
All gone.
So, you erased Hugo's existence. You made his different selves touch, didn't you? Now, who would have thought you had that in you?
It wasn't me. I wouldn't do a thing like that.
Well, it depends, really. Now there's no one out for your life. Congratulations.
Okay. Right, so into the epilogue for ending C, I think. Hopefully they'll explain what happened.
Well, looks like it's over, doesn't it? Good job, Ike.
I was trying to change my destiny.
And you did.
But was it all for you? You used me to make sure that you would be created, that no one would rewrite that part.
Now, let's not have all this unpleasant talk about using. I mean, who cares, really? Yes, you managed to preserve my destiny. If you'd been killed, I would never have been born. Immortality has its perks, but you have to be given life first.
I see. So I was just being used.
A lot of this
All your
is the
talk
same.
about an ancestor, was that just to get me to go back to that time?
Well, how should I know? Oh, by the way, I need the digipad back.
Yeah, a lot of this is repeated because you can get any of the 5 endings first, depending on what you do.
Farewell, then. I managed to preserve my own life, but...
But what?
Oh, nothing. I just have this bad feeling. Did your actions really manage to change the flow of events, Ike? Anyway, I suppose we won't be seeing each other again. Your fate's in your own hands now, I'm afraid. Goodbye.
Hey!
Right, so I need to do a little bit of explaining there. We'll finish this off first.
It's over. Finally over. Man, this has been the longest day of my life. The streetlights seem so bright. Never noticed that before. I guess I just took it all for granted, but this place can be so beautiful. Everything is, really. I just never realized it. The trees and the air and the small things you do every day, the way time passes, all beautiful. That's what life's all about. And it was staring me in the face all this time.
Yeah, this is dragging out a bit, isn't it?
the stars up there. I must be lucky. I know how beautiful it is to be alive.
Hey, dude, I think it's a drunk or something.
Aren't we the ones who are like, smash?
Right on, dude. So it's like, join the club.
We bring you this luxurious tour.
I heard this rock and roll.
Catch you later, dude. You're gonna like get run over or something if you stay there.
Yes, and this is my least favourite ending. Now, I honestly thought that was ending D originally, because how much of a downer it is. And if you do it one more time, again, just one more. Do it over again one more time. Alright, that's using up. Yes! Yeah, that was depressing. But we have one more ending to get to. So jumping to beginning of chapter 8 again. So this next ending is somewhat better, and it also shows that I've got to do a couple of things, one of which I've already done. Because the way the three endings are separated is, once you get to the chapter 8, after having told Margaret that you believe that she is Ike's ancestor, it locks you into the three endings. And when you get to the point where you've got the confrontation with Hugo, there are three things that you can do. One of them is go back to this time to see the ending that we just saw, because you interrupt Hugo meeting his younger self, or old Hugo meeting his younger self, and that erases him from existence. Because the thing I said I was going to explain is, I don't know where the concept came from, but within traditional time travel ideas, if the same person from two different times comes into physical contact with each other, they erase each other from time. Exactly how that's supposed to work, I don't know. It's never made sense to me, but it's been something fairly consistent in a lot of things that have done time travel. Back to the Future took it one step further and said that it could cause a paradoxical singularity and destroy the entire universe, which is a bit ridiculous. But yeah, how coming into physical contact has that effect, as opposed to just affecting your own history, I don't know. But that's the reason why the two Hugos disappeared. Yeah. Right, so we've got the stone from Dana. Now to head back over to Dr. Wagner, or I should say our younger or older self, depending on how you want to see it. And I think we're actually going to get through these endings a lot quicker than I thought. I mean, skipping all the cutscenes is going to be what does it. Right, so we've now given him the Philosopher's Stone for the 5th time now. And that sets into motion the events for this ending. Yeah, so instead of going back to the lab in this version, there are two other things that you can do. One of them is go and find Homunculus, which is the thing we saw and got ending B. There's another thing that you can do, which I'm not going to say what it is. If you do only one of those two things, you get ending B. If you go back to this time, you get ending C. If you do both of them and then one other thing,
Hello!
you get ending A. Sorry. And so that's what I'm going to do. So first it will be go find Homunculus, and then it will be do the other thing. Right, so this is where we get the call from Hugo. Right, don't need any more energy units, because I think we're going to do 2 more ducks through time. Yeah, now when I originally played this game, the other thing you have to do is the other thing you have to do is something I would never have thought of, and you'll understand why when you see it. Okay. Right, so first off, jump back to... Yeah, so we have to do both of these things. So speak to Homunculus, which, as I say, we've seen already, so we can skip through that. So let's get over there. Yeah, because there's a hidden little park in this map, or in the town. We need to get to, and that's where we find out about Homunculus swapping the babies. I don't know if you actually have to do the the thing where you try and save Miriam. I think if you don't, it changes this conversation slightly, because it's from the save where we had saved Miriam. This should be skippable. Yep. Right, so now need to come back in time, and this should drop me away from the square, because with the other one it dropped me straight on the square, which meant we went straight into the endgame cutscene, but this shouldn't. There we are. Ah, yes. And this has been cheeky, because it's dropped me right where I need to be. The former alchemist's house, to see the fortune teller. Because I never would have thought of coming back here.
Welcome.
But this is one of the final reveals.
Who are you?
Would you really like to know?
If you really don't mind telling me.
Could it be that you are here because you have some idea of what that answer will be? I met you, long ago. I could not have imagined then that we would meet again under such circumstances.
Have you figured it out yet?
I'd listened to Hugo talking, of course, but how could I have believed these wild fantasies about time travel? That is, until I became what I was and saw you again. Yes, long ago I was called Helena. I had a life of my own and 2 children named Margaret and Hugo. But I was also very ill. When we first met, I couldn't even raise myself from the bed anymore. And soon afterwards, I died. All that was left of my existence was a lock of hair, as it should have been. But Hugo, my son Hugo, found the homunculus device that his father had been experimenting with. And he used my hair in the machine.
Oh, that was the experiment he said didn't work.
What are you? Please stop this. Hugo, send me back. Help me.
What are you doing here?
Father. I...
Never mind. Just get out.
Father! But
you
Father!
are not to enter this room again.
Hugo's act brought back my spirit alone to this world, stripped of the protection of the body, and the disembodied spirit kept forever from rest.
So yeah, he's gone and done worse than we thought.
Has been wandering this earth through time, and will for all eternity.
Have you told him? Told Hugo about this?
No, I have not told Hugo. He cannot see me, nor hear me.
Why are you helping me?
You're very special. You can hear my voice. The only people I can reach are those who have ended their stay in this world of the living and are on their way to the next.
Oh, great. So I have one foot in the grave. Is that it?
Or is it that he's technically her husband?
You are trying to deflect your destiny away from immediate death. And the cause of your death rests with Hugo, my son. So I suppose I was hoping that fate could be swayed, just like that creature is. I know how powerful fate is, but I still...
Yes, hello, wifey.
Though, of course, for a very different reason from the creatures.
The creature?
Homunculus. My husband did not create it. You know, its true nature is far from that. It's a kind of genie trapped in the Philosopher's Stone. All my husband did was free it.
That can't be.
What I've told you, I pieced together from what other souls told me in my wanderings. Ever since I became what I am now.
Ironic that both of them ended up wandering.
Not all of it, maybe.
400 years.
I I've kept you long enough, haven't I? You must go.
The thing is, if you're paying attention, you might notice that the voice actor who did the fortune teller is the same one who played Helena.
The only one who can change it is yourself. My work is near its end. There is only one thing I ask of you. Should you ever see Hugo again, tell him you have done an unforgivable thing.
Yep.
But I forgive you, even if no one else can.
And the illusion vanishes.
Who's there?
No need to be surprised. You are a nervous one, aren't you, Ike? What did you want with this ruin? 400 years ago, it was a laboratory.
Yeah, when you were where you were released.
It's just a mess.
You didn't see anything? You know, in here?
Oh, you saw the spirit. So, you can see it, can't you? I can see the living, and I can see the souls of the dead. But I can't see the thing that lives here. It gives me the creeps, really. I can sense something, but that's it.
Hey, can you call up spirits?
Excuse me?
Well, for example, if Dr. Wagner could have a talk with Hugo right now, and Hugo understands what his father was really trying to do, well, maybe Hugo would change his mind about all this. What do you think?
Well, I hadn't thought of that.
No.
Dr. Wagner, of course. Nothing could be simpler.
Really?
Really? Wait a moment, and I'll fetch Dr. Wagner.
I don't remember this.
Come over here.